Hi, thanks for joining today's episode of our AI book reading challenge. I guess today is day 4. And for those that are joining us for the first time, my name is Henry Onowale. I'm an AI enthusiast, an AI expert, an AI educator, and also an AI implementation expert, maybe AI ethical expert, AI ethical impact assessment assessor, or responsible AI expert. We decided to engage in an AI book reading challenge, and for this year, which is the first edition of our AI book reading challenge, we picked 4 books, and one of those books that we decide to read is the AI Governance, a primer, authored by Edward Aden. Currently, we're in, in page 20, in page 20, right? We're in page 22. Yes. Pardon me. Yeah, we're in page 22. We started about 3 days ago, and it's been very interesting, and I've been seeing a lot of your comments. Today we're going to continue. Then I suggest if you have a hard copy of the book, you can read along with me. But if you don't have the hard copy, or probably the soft copy, the ebook copy, you can just sit down and listen to me while I read it out. Okay, let's continue. Yes, about yesterday, we're looking at AI procedure. I just want to do a quick recap of what we covered yesterday. The last page that we covered yesterday was AI procedure, and we look at key components commonly found in AI procedure. One is task description, roles and responsibilities, step-by-step instruction, tools and resources, data collection and preprocessing, model development and training. Then we have testing and validation, monitoring and maintenance, incident response and troubleshooting, and lastly was documenting and reporting. Okay, I will just continue from documenting and reporting so that it will make a whole lot of sense. I'm in page 22. If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Henry Onowale, your AI enthusiast, your AI expert, your responsible AI expert, and also your AI ethical impact assessment assessor. You can call me that way. I help organizations to drive AI implementation. I help them to develop strategy for to position them for AI implementation as well as adoption. And I also help organizations to build strategy to build ethical AI product, that is products that ensures that the organization comply with responsible AI principles or AI regulation at the federal and state level. Okay, let me continue. Documentation and reporting. AI procedure often emphasize the importance of documentation and reporting. These components specify the required documentation for each step of the procedure, such as code documentation, model documentation, and results reporting. It ensures transparency, traceability, and knowledge results within the organization. This set of guidance work in a certain hierarchy. Policies usually dictate the need for standard that should be present, and standard will require procedure that instruct a user how to execute steps in processes that follow a standard. We can use a different development life cycle, which is the SDLC scenario, as an example. A corporate policy may require that all software development activities adhere to a set of testing standards and produce test results approved by users. The standard could indicate which tests are appropriate for specified system, which system must be used. Procedure could describe the detailed execution and instruction of the testing and describe more details such as where results are stored or what specific sign-off are required. These documents may have more than a one-to-one relationship. Continue with our SDLC example. Both data and SDLC policy may be reflected and referenced in an SDLC standard document. While the standard document may drive multiple procedure documents that in turn reference multiple standards. Large complex organizations generally have document management systems to help manage this policy complexity. Smaller organizations may have a slimmer document profile. In the book, there is a document tree for policy, more like a visual diagram. I will try to probably write it on the board. Document tree for policy, standard, and procedure. Then the first three blocks, we have policy. Okay? Let me try to duplicate what we have on the board. Okay, let's see. Okay, and we have policy. Okay, we have policy. And we have policy. And we have standard. Okay, it's more like a document tree. Then I'll try. Let's see. Okay. This one is 4. Let's see. Standard. Okay, standard. Okay, standard. Okay, and the next one is, what's this? Procedure. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. And it should be procedure, and we have procedure, and we have one more final box. Okay. Let's see. We have one here. And we have one here. Okay. And this will be procedure. This will be procedure. This will be procedure. This will be procedure. Okay. Yeah, I just duplicate what we have in the book. Okay, let me continue. Control with overview. The policy, standard, and procedure will be owned by one or more of the rules previously described. What are the rules? The AI governance team, which comprises of the CEO, the AI program manager, the AI ethical committee, the AI data scientists, Okay, the policy, standard, and procedure will be owned by one or more of the roles previously described. These roles are also responsible for establishing controls to help assure that the processes established are operating appropriately. Controls are essential because they serve to ensure that the organization is functioning efficiently, effectively, and in line with guidelines established by the organization. These controls are fundamental to safeguarding the interests of stakeholders, including investors, employees, customers, and the community, by minimizing risks and preventing fraud and misuse of resources. Next, page 24. If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Henry Onowale. We are engaging in an AI book reading challenge, which we kick off about 3 days ago. Today is the 4th day, and the book we are currently reading is titled AI Governance, a Primer, authored by Edward Aden. And you can get a copy of this book from Amazon. Okay, page 24. Financial controls are generally what come to mind when we say control. This control helps to ensure the accuracy and reliability of financial reporting. They ensure that assets are safeguarded, financial information is recorded accurately, and financial reports are prepared reliably. Additionally, financial control promotes operational efficiency and adherence to prescribed management policy. Operational control, on the other hand, provide a structure for effective and efficient decision-making and task execution. They include procedures, standard, and policy designed to ensure the organization operates in a manner that supports its objective and comply with regulation. This control encompasses a wide range of activities such as managing risks, optimizing resources, ensuring data integrity, and maintaining the confidentiality of sensitive information. AI can have control that can be considered financial or operational depending on the objective of the AI implementation. Controls themselves can be AI as well. An AI system that detects fraud is an example of AI performing a control. Control fall into several broad categories: preventative, detective, and corrective. Corrective control is in the context of artificial intelligence, are proactive measures designed to deter potential problems before they arise. These measures are essential for maintaining the integrity, accuracy, and security of AI systems, and they play a significant role in mitigating risks associated with the development and use of AI technologies. AI preventive control starts at the development phase. Here, they might include the use of robust, diverse data sets to train AI models, helping to reduce bias and improve the fairness of AI output. Adequate testing protocols per review and quality assurance processes that form part of preventive control at this stage, ensuring the reliability and accuracy of AI models before deployment. In terms of data privacy and security, preventive controls might include anonymization of data, robust access control, and data encryption. These measures are designed to protect sensitive data used or generated by AI systems, mitigating potential data breaches, and ensuring compliance with relevant privacy regulation. Moreover, preventive control may involve implementing ethical guidelines for AI development and use. This might include the integration of explainability and transparency feature into AI model, which can help prevent unintended consequences and foster trust in AI systems. Training and education form another essential part of preventive control in AI. ensuring that all individuals involved in the development and use of AI systems understand the ethical implication, potential risks, and best practices associated with AI can help prevent misuse and unintended consequences. Detective control within the realm of AI pertain to mechanisms designed to identify and alert the organization to issues, irregularities, or deviation from expected behavior in AI systems. This control play a crucial role in risk management by identifying problems promptly, thereby enabling timely corrective action. In the context of AI, detective control could take various forms. For instance, they might include system monitoring tools that detect anomalies or unusual activity in AI model. This could be patterns that suggest bias in the model output, unexpected shift in the model performance, or indicators of potential security threats, such as unauthorized access or data breaches. The last part of the control type, we have three broad categories, and we're looking at preventive, detective, and corrective. Then this one is monitoring. Monitoring and reporting system that track key performance indicator or risk metrics related to AI can also be considered detective control. This system might track variables such as the accuracy, fairness, or reliability of AI models, the completeness and quality of data used in AI, or adherences to AI ethics guidelines or regulatory requirements. Furthermore, feedback mechanism where users or stakeholders can report issues or concern about AI system are another important type of detective control. This mechanism can provide valuable insight into how AI systems are performing in real-world conditions and help identify potential problems that may not be evident from system monitoring or audit alone. Corrective control in the field of AI refers to the measures taken to address and rectify problems, errors, or irregularities that have been identified in the AI system. These controls are essential for risk management as they ensure that identified issues are promptly and effectively resolved. Thereby preventing further harm and ensuring the ongoing reliability, security, and ethical use of AI technology. In AI systems, corrective control may involve several forms of action. If a system is found to be producing biased output, corrective measures might involve retraining the model with a more diverse data set, adjusting the model algorithm, or implementing additional layers of review and quality assurance to mitigate the bias. In case where a security breach has been identified, corrective control could include action such as isolating affected systems, removing unauthorized users, enhancing security protocols, and potentially notifying affected parties in accordance with data breach regulation. Following the immediate response, corrective action might also involve a review, an enhancement of preventative and detective controls to avoid a similar breach in the future. When audit or monitoring system identify non-compliance with regulation or internal policy, corrective control may involve updating training programs, revising policy, or enhancing adherence to ethical guidelines. In all cases, corrective control should also involve a review of the circumstances that led to the non-compliance to prevent reoccurrence. Corrective control in AI often involve feedback loop that allow for continuous improvement. This might include refining AI models based on performance feedback, adjusting governance policy based on lesson learned, or updating risk management strategies based on new insights. Next paragraph. Regardless of the type of control, they should be auditable. This means the evidence that the control is executed and performing properly exists and can be confirmed by a party separate from the function that owns the control. Typically, internal audit groups validate the operational effectiveness of control, but other functions could be charged with periodic review. Control begins to surface as AI governance frameworks are implemented. There is no one-size-fits-all for control. AI control should be risk-based as well as effective and efficient for the goal the control is intended to achieve. Risk and control matrices with tiering regime are useful for this and exist in many internal audit organizations already use this tool. Our next chapter, the next page is page 27, Artificial Intelligence Standard. Anyone can build artificial intelligence application. The tools are widely available and there is no shortage of websites and tutorials to walk individuals through the development of AI. With the advent of large language models, LLM, and generative AI, AI can now be used to write more AI. As a result of the ubiquitous nature of AI, its use cases have proliferated across industries and functions, and rightly so. AI makes human workers more productive and allow them to focus on challenging and more rewarding tasks. This is similar in nature to how the rise of computer advancement benefited humans. Repetitive tasks were automated and contributed to more efficient and productive measures. Computer enabled humans to perform more complex tasks faster and with greater accuracy. An example that resonates with many in the professional world is the humble spreadsheet. The manual control sum and data processing that are now done with this tool keep many business running, much like any tool however. If it is not used correctly and in a manner that is expected, it won't take much for the tool to become a risk. This is where standards come into play. To illustrate this, think about the standard that governs driving an automobile in the United States. Traffic rules and licensing guidelines all vary from state to state, but it is standard for each state to have traffic laws in place. And because there are certain standards these laws adhere to, there isn't chaos when moving between jurisdictions. Imagine if no expectation of standard existed for traffic light. If some states use red light for stops and others use blue light while others use yellow, driving across the country will become a lot more difficult and even dangerous. Because there are certain standards, such as lights or what stop signs look like, drivers can move about more safely, knowing what the expectations are and that other drivers are adhering to similar rules. When drivers are not adhering to the rules, like signaling a turn or making sure a vehicle lights are in working order, accidents can occur. Another example, there is a little closer to our topic of AI is software development. If an application was coded and sent on its way without adhering to any expectation of meeting user requirements or being thoroughly tested, the application will most likely fail. As a result, many development standards exist that help organizations build software. The classic example is the waterfall methodology, where software goes through the defined design, build, test, and deploy framework. Each step along the waterfall journey will have control and checkpoint as established by the organization or project need, but practitioners know what to generally expect because the standard of this sort of development is well known. It is arguable that AI is just another software project and can use the same standard. In some cases, this is true. If an organization uses simple machine learning algorithm to forecast revenue, general software and financial control could surface for the AI environment. If an organization is running a factory using robotics and optimizing operation using advanced AI algorithm to run just-in-time inventory system, then a more robust framework catered to AI should be implemented. The concept is so important that several institutions and governing bodies have established standards or proposed regulations to address the need for governance specific to AI. This is good for organizations implementing AI because it provides an outside perspective from competent experts on what could be in place to make the implementation trustworthy. It also provides framework that can be uniformly applied and set expectations of what may be available from one environment to the next. Some of the standards and guidance that have already surfaced in either draft or final form include the White House AI Bill of Rights, the National Institute of Standards and Technology NIST, the AI Risk Management Framework of ISO. Each of these standards and many other standards and laws that are beginning to promulgate have common themes. Governance. The standards are, let me just have it for us here. We're talking about AI standards. Okay. Looking at AI standard. Okay. AI standard. The first one will be the White House AI Bill of Rights. White House AI Bill of Rights. Right? Okay. Another standard is the National Institute of Standard and Technology. Which is the same abbreviated as NIST. And we have the ISO, International Standard Organization. It has a code. The code is 4/2001/2002. Okay. Each of these standards and many other standards and laws that are beginning to promulgate have common themes. Governance. Policy and procedures provide a framework for the governance of AI system and enforce the use of AI policies and procedures that support the responsible management of AI. Fairness. A AI system should be designed and implemented in a way that avoid unfair bias or discrimination and addresses issues such as data bias, algorithm fairness, and equitable outcome for different user groups. Transparent. AI systems should be transparent, meaning the processes and mechanisms underlying their decision making should be understandable and explainable. Accountability. Accountability should be promoted in AI systems, ensuring that those responsible for developing and deploying AI technologies can be held accountable for their action. This includes mechanisms for identifying and addressing the potential harm caused by AI systems. Privacy and data protection. Guidance to emphasize the protection of user data, including anonymization, consent, and secure data handling practices, robustness, and reliability. AI systems should be designed to be robust and reliable, capable of performing as intended across different scenarios and environments, and should account for issues such as system performance, resilience to adversarial attacks, and the potential for unintended consequences. Next, we have human-centric design. AI systems should be developed with a human-centric approach, considering the impact on individual, society, and environment. By adhering to the principle of these themes, practitioners can ensure the AI environment is thoughtfully assessed for risks and that risk mitigation is deliberately developed. Each standard takes a different approach on how to achieve this theme, but most of the standards provide guidance on what can be done or documented. Regardless of the standard, the following steps provide guidance on how to take the standard and turn it into actionable steps to implement governance of AI in the organization. Step 1. Develop a list of questions to guide the governance review process. Guidance found in each specification of a standard or regulation can be turned into questions that the organization should be able to answer. In a later example, we will see how this can be done. More robust framework will generally provide for more questions. When assessing a framework to be used for this effort, do not choose an easy or sparse framework. Do not choose one that is overly restrictive or one that does not fit the organization or industry either. Short of regulation that explicitly specify what is to be done, the framework choosing should be relevant to the environment. We're in page 30. If you are just joining us, my name is Henry Onowale. We are participating in an AI book reading challenge, which we started on Monday. And the book we're currently reading is titled AI Governance, a primer authored by Edward Aden. Then we're currently in page 30, and I guess this will be the last page for our reading episode for today. Short regulation that explicitly specify what is to be done. The framework choosing should be relevant to the environment in which it will be implemented. Additional consideration when choosing a framework for deriving governance implementation. Questions include what organizations sponsor the framework. Is it widely available? Is it widely available? Is it flexible or prescriptive? Does the framework provide guidance or is it purely principle-based? Step 2, assign owners to each question. Accountability and ownership are the most important aspect of governance. Name individuals with documented accountability are more effective than generalized roles, being responsible for high-level outcome. Having loadsmith responsible for providing documentation as it relates to disaster recovery is better than having the director of IT making disaster recovery document available upon request. The former is easier to audit and track. The latter can become weaker and difficult to manage through time as responsibility and artifact change. The owners of questions and process in general should be identified at the appropriate level within the organization. The CEO is theoretically responsible for everything, but that is not a name that will be assigned as owner of a detailed task. Conversely, a first-year staff person will not have enough organization weight to be an owner of a task either. Each organization is different, with some having deep hierarchy and others being quite flat, so ownership may look different for each organization. Step 3, document response in each question. Owners assigned to each question document their responses. Responses should seldom be simple yes or no. If an answer feels that the requirement of the question is met, The owner should be able to provide evidence that is auditable by a party outside of their group. For example, a question derived from a framework could be, are the organization value that versus the ethic as it relates to AI? An owner could answer yes and be done, but the better answer could be yes. The value deemed to relevant for AI is captured in policy XXX and clearly state, I'm in page 31, I would like to finish step 3. And clearly state there are 7 cornerstone values. The latter answer is auditable and provides supporting evidence. If the response cannot be audited and there is no evidence that can be provided, there is probably a gap. I'm going to write on the board the 3 steps to provide guidance on how to take the standard and turn it into actionable step, like the steps of integrating AI standard. Then I'm going to write the first one is called develop a list of questions to guide the governance review, how to implement AI standard. Steps to implement AI standard. Steps to implement AI standard. Okay. Steps to implement AI standard. Okay. AI standard. We have step 1. Step 1 is develop a list of questions. Develop a list of questions to guide. Of questions to guide the governance review. Right? To guide the governance review. Okay. Step 2. Step 2 is assign owners to each question. Assign owners to each question. That is step 2. Assign owners to each question. Okay. There's step 3. Document responses to each question. Document responses to each question. Documents responses to each questions. To each questions. Okay? That brings us to the end of today AI book reading. We ended in page 31 and we stopped in step 3. Then from tomorrow we are going to continue step 4. Thank you for joining us in today's episode of AI book reading challenge. For those that are just joining, we are currently reading a book, an AI book that is titled AI Governance, a Primer, authored by Edward Aden. We started this book reading challenge on Monday, and today is day 4. And so far, we've been able to cover 30 pages. We still have more pages to complete. Probably by the end of next week, we should be done with this and we'll pick another book. Yeah, the goal or the demand is to read 4 AI books, which are majorly focused on AI governance, AI ethics, and responsible AI. Then, in as much as there is a lot of exciting news about what AI can do, both now and beyond, and also other emerging technology like quantum computing and robotics, it is essential that we also talk about what policies and governance can we put in place to ensure that the adoption of this technology does not cause harm to the human society or does not lead to the extinction of organization, but rather help them to gain market dominance and competitive advantage. Then my name is Henry Onowale. Thank you for joining us in today's AI book reading challenge. Tomorrow is another day, and we also have our AI ethics episode that is also going on. There are probably 1 hour or 2 hour. I should be going live and we can continue. And I remember the last episode we talked about anticipated risks in an AI life cycle or doing adoption of AI. We look at anticipated risks in the design phase of an AI life cycle. Then in our next episode, we should be looking at anticipated risks, AI risks in the build phase of an AI life cycle. Yeah, stay tuned to this channel. My name still remains Henry Onowale. Please share this video clips on all your social media channels. Share it on your Facebook, share it on TikTok, share it on WhatsApp, share it on everywhere, so that we can have more people joining us to be a part of this AI book reading challenge. Thank you. Catch you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.